On to race number 2 then, and the second on the programme on Sunday at Sha Tin, another Class 4, the second and final Class 4 in actual fact. The field headed by Lucky Quality, Casper Fowles and Alfred Chen from barrier number 12. We've got Galactic cannot draw a gate. 14, 14, 11, 10 gets 13 on the weekend. Victory Scholar second on debut behind Gluck Racer, as was Packing Award behind Bella Baby. He was favourite though, Packing Award. Win Star makes his debut. We've got Beauty Cheers. Bella Baby, shouldn't miss him, trying to go back to back. Beauty Cheers, beaten favourite 2 starts back, money for him last time as well. Down to Party Genius and Multi Power, who's switching from Happy Valley back here to Sha Tin to 1,200 metres. Lucky Quality exceed the stars. Bella Baby and Multi Power are the horses, Tom, that have been on the road.
Yeah, and the speed looks to in this race come from Party Genius out of 10 and potentially a sure winner from gate number 14, who will have the Party Genius to help him bring him across. Multi Power there down in gate number 4. Packing Award I think will be relatively handy. Poor old Galactic drawn out wide again. Lucky Quality's on that wide line as well, as too is Leisure and Gold, who's dropped a fair bit of weight coming into this. Horses like Win Star, one of the newcomers. His gate speed's okay, but I think he'll probably get back worse than midfield, and Bella Baby will also settle back as well.
Here's Victory Scholars. He moves nicely. It was a good debut run from him when he ran second, just pipped late by Gluck Racer. And barrier number 2, he's definitely going to get his opportunity. The horse is looking good. Nice, big, strong with his ears pricked there. Packing Award, another one that went really well on debut. He's actually favourite on debut as well. Zach Purton from barrier 5. Didn't get the clearest of runs either. So he's another one that's come on. So those two both limited races, but both look really good. The 4 and the 5. And then the other one we're going to have a look at here is Win Star. He's the first starter here. He's had 4 trials. He's had a tendon injury as well. He's 11.05 pounds. But I just thought we'd show him because we haven't seen him before.
OK, all right. First one we're going to have a look at here is Galactic. He'll have to overcome a wide barrier once more, Tom, as he almost did on this occasion. He actually chased home Fantastic Treasure on his last 2 starts. Yeah,
it was a brave run, I thought, considering really with the run he had in the race. 3 wide, no cover up on the speed, and look, he was still best of the rest behind Fantastic Treasure on this occasion. He looks certainly a most promising type here at the moment, Fantastic Treasure. And he looked like he was probably going to be beaten into 3rd at this point, Galactic, but he came again, Paul, and I thought it was a brave run considering.
Oh, yeah, it definitely was. And look, I would have had him on top if he had drawn a gate. I think the big key for him, Galactic, is that Sure Winner's drawn 14, he's drawn 13, Party Genius has got 10. Now, all 3 of them will go forward. It's whether Galactic can jump on the inside of Sure Winner and maybe get across with Party Genius before Sure Winner. That'll be the winning of the race or placing, I think, for me.
All right, let's look at Victory Scholars then, Paul. This was him on debut. He's a big lad, over 1,200 pounds. I thought he came to win the race. And then on debut, maybe just peaked or inexperienced, I'm not sure. But second, a good, strong second all the same. Yeah,
really good run from Victory Scholars. He's one of the main players in here. His track work's been good since. And as you say, you could see him come down the outside. He looked like the likely winner about now. And Gluck Racer, the smaller horse, just came through the inside and managed to pip him. But it was a good debut from him, and I think he's a major chance.
You can see he stretches out over a fair bit of ground too, and there was nothing wrong at all with this performance. He's only been narrowly beaten there, and I thought he was probably one of the likely charges in the race.
OK, Packing Award was favourite on his debut, but it was Bella Baby who had the last laugh here, Tom.
Certainly did. Look where Bella Baby is there last with his head up at the rear, gets out into some clear ground and really rallies hard. So has had a trial up at Chungfa since, and I thought was OK. The one I'm most interested in here is Packing Award. Now, he stayed on nicely, I thought, last time out. He was caught wide, didn't have the greatest runs in transit, but I think there's definitely scope there with him, the Packing Award, and he finished off quite OK. I think he's still got a bit to learn, but I think he's getting there slowly.
Yeah, definitely. I like him as well. I think he's improved since that run, and he would have learned a lot coming out of that.
OK, so that's a few more to tick off the list. Party Genius, Lucky Quality and Beauty Cheers. Paul, has been money for him on each of his 3 starts here so far.
Yeah, there has, isn't it? And you can see him, he goes nice enough here, just sort of fades out late. But I thought it was a good run from Party Genius. He stayed on there nicely for second. Now, on this occasion, they went back. So from his wide draw, I mean, if they go back, that's going to help Galactic, but I think they'll probably go forward more than likely.
Yeah, well, they've gone forward in the past, haven't they? He just went back to the rear last time out. He was staying on the best of the rest there. Lucky Quality was OK. I thought over the final stages, Beauty Cheers, who's had money in each and every start, was just a little bit soft late, probably peaked at the 150.
All right, so back to Packing Award, Tom, and he's been back at the trial since that run.
Yeah, so this was back on the 13th of April down the straight over 1,000 metres at Sha Tin. Now, before we rolled this vision, he did get his head up at about, I reckon, the 550 or so, just as they were about to come across onto the main track. And look, I thought he handled himself pretty well. He was able to get his head back down and focus. You can see he wears a little bit of gear there as well. But going to the line strong enough, Paul.
Yeah, I quite like him out of the back of this trial, and the stable's in good form at the moment. So yeah, he's going really well at the moment.
Keith Young rode him on debut. Zach Purton, though, jumps on board on Sunday, and at this stage, he's our favourite, nearly even money as well, Paul.
Yeah, he's come up quite short. I have got him on top. Not too much between him and Victory Scholars, but of the two, I just think Packing Awards moved a little bit forward, so he's on top. Victory Scholars the hardest to beat. Galactic, I still want to keep him in there for third, and Party Genius on the pace. 5, 4, 3 and 13.
Snap's name of 4 numbers, the same order as well. I think that Packing Award can go close in this. I think Zach Purton gets on board here, drawn well. If he can settle, I think he'll be tough to beat. Victory Scholars is definitely in there, as too is Galactic and Party Genius. So 5, 4, 3 and 13.
I'll go with Victory Scholars against the favourite here. And the other horse I've included is Lucky Quality, but we've all got the 3, 4 and 5 in our numbers there for race number 2. Class 4's out the way. Next up for us, race number 3, a Class 3 over the 1,200 metres.